Hello, I'm Jasmine from Pilcher Productions and I'll be discussing the different genres that I could choose for my film trailer. Firstly, there is an action film. Action films usually include high energy stunts and chases, battles, fights and destruction, and are normally non-stop. So in thrillers, there's lots of things happening at once. It also includes normally a good guy fighting the bad guy, with the good guy always beating the bad guy. So there is always heroes and villains in an action film. Typical conventions for an action film include the location and setting of a big modern city. So that means there's a lot of people around. Weapons such as guns, because there might be lots of shooting, explosions and crashes, deaths of a family member or a loved one. This normally triggers what the main character is working towards. Destruction and car chases, so there's lots of chasing around the bad guy or the bad guy chasing the good guy. What I like about this genre is that it is action-packed, meaning that it's non-stop and creates a sense of you don't know what's going to happen next. Although this may not be good for my trailer, as it will be hard to film a fast-paced action film. The next genre is a comedy film, and these are designed to amuse and encourage laughter by exaggerating what the situation the characters are in. So they are trying to humour the audience. There is different sections of a comedy, including slapstick, screwball, and spoofs, and also a rom-com. So they put the romantic films with a comedy. So typical conventions of a comedy film is that the characters are very stupid and are very accident prone, so they would fall over in a situation where you wouldn't expect it, for example. They're socially awkward. The location is normally in a bright place and where there's lots of social events happening, so they're surrounded by lots of people. For example, a bar. What I like about this genre is that it's aimed to make people laugh and have a lighter-hearted mood to it. What I don't like about this is that it's hard to make, and the jokes or the humour that I find funny may not abuse other people. The next genre is a crime film, and these are normally developed around sinister actions of criminals or mobsters, particularly bank robbers, and these normally operate outside the law, so going against the law and breaking the law. They normally are stealing and murdering their way through life. Typical conventions include guns, gangsters, fights and murders, mysteries, and heroes and villains. So the criminal is the bad guy, when they have a good guy trying to beat the criminal, basically. And there also could be a mystery, so you wouldn't know, what's going to happen. Keep the audience guessing. What I like about crime films is that I like the fact that sometimes there is a mystery in the story and you don't know what's going to happen, so it gives a lot of suspense. What I don't particularly like about a crime film is that there's lots of murders and kind of action and gun scenes, so that might be hard to film. The next genre is drama, and these are normally plot driven, portraying realistic characters, settings, life events and stories involving intense character developments and interactions. So they're based around real life situations that may have happened in the past or even could happen in the future. For example, a World War drama. Usually they are not focused on special effects. like an action film or a sci-fi film, and they don't have a comedy feature or action features in there, but they could say in a World War drama they could have a bit of action in there. This also mostly focuses on real life events, or focuses on a real life event that's happened in the past, e.g. like I said, World Wars. What I like about this is the fact that it focuses on a real life event, so it tells a good story and can get the audience intrigued in what's going to happen. What I don't particularly like is that it'll be hard to find a good plot to be able to base my trailer on, and trying to get it right and get the events and the facts right as well. So the next genre is a thriller, and these are designed to create tension and suspense and make the audience want to watch the film and not knowing what's going to happen next. So they're designed to keep the audience intrigued. Typical conventions include tense music, heroes and villains either kidnapping or murdering, there's violence sometimes, fight scenes with the weak females and the strong males being the hero. So it's mostly based on the male trying to save the female because they can come off weak or vulnerable, whereas the males are strong and powerful. What I like about this genre is the fact that it keeps the audience on the edge of their seat and keep them intrigued and create suspense. This way the audience want to carry on watching the film from the beginning and not knowing what's going to happen. What I don't particularly like about this is sometimes that it doesn't always work out and you can't capture the attention of the audiences.
We're gonna get who did this. This will be the very definition of swift justice. 7.
The last genre I have chosen to discuss is a horror film. They are normally designed to threaten and invoke our hidden fears, often in a terrifying and shocking way, while keeping us captivated and entertaining us through the experience. Horror films feature a wide range of styles that are often combined with a sci-fi or with a monster, or is monster related. What I like about horror is that it keeps the audience on the edge of their seat as they don't know what's going to happen next. What I don't particularly like, for me personally, it can be quite scary, but this can give off a thrill to other people, so it may be hard to film as I don't like that particular stuff. After researching into the film genres, I have come to a decision in what my film trailer is going to be. So the genre I have decided to choose for my trailer is a thriller film. I have chosen to do a thriller because I like the fact that an audience can feel the tension and suspense and is on the edge of their seat the whole way through the film, and make them want to watch it to the end. And it also can bring up a type of mystery in the plot, which I may decide to do. So the audience have to put the pieces together to try and work out what's happening. I also like the fact that it keeps the audience guessing and creates tension and suspense, and they don't know what's going to happen next.